That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
It's crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 226 of Camp Strange. I'm your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm your other camp counselor, Mr. Pringles.
And Mr. Pringles.
Yeah. Once pop, fun don't stop.
I hate your chip. You have the worst chip.
Really?
I think we've talked about this.
Probably.
Pringles
We've
are
only
like,
been doing this for almost a fucking decade.
Yeah, I know. But Pringles are like not even a chip. It's like it feels like chip shavings that they like got wet and then pressed into a duckbill shape. Like they just they feel like the ball. They feel like the balsa wood of chip.
Not gonna lie, I know the word balsa wood, but what is balsa wood again?
Balsa wood. It's like, I mean, I could be wrong, but balsa wood is what they make like tongue depressors out of at like the doctor's office. But I'm picturing like the wood. Maybe it's not called balsa wood, but you know that wood that like you look at it and it looks like a bunch of chopped up pieces of wood glued together. What's that wood called?
like a crappy like half pipe someone built in their garage.
Chopped up. Yeah, kind of. Pieces of wood glued together. I'm going to see like a crackhead's Google image of like his birdhouse or something. What is that wood called? I wish I was a carpenter right now.
Yeah, I'm not good with wood grains.
No, it's not even a wood grain. No, it's like the shit you buy that literally looks like it's ground up wood that gets pressed
it's sawdust
into,
with glue.
Kind of. Oh my God, it's going to bother me. Whatever. Well, we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and mentally ill, as you could tell if you've been listening to this podcast for the past decade, as David said.
It's 8 years. 8 years. We're getting there.
Okay, we're getting close. But we got to catch you up on any of the weird news you may have missed before we tell you these stories. And David, I just want to open with this one. It's too long of an article, but just thought it was funny and just kind of a throwaway one, but it's from the BBC, titled "It's Ruined My Life. Hundreds Tell BBC How Medication Triggered Gambling and Other Addictions."
That's not a thing.
You know what? I kind of like agree. I mean,
unless hear me out.
Yes.
Medicated gambling is when you take all of the pills you need and you put them into one big bowl and you just grab two and you eat them without looking at them. Who knows what you're going to be doing that day, you know?
Oh, okay. I see. I like this. But like you got to have more of a, like you got to have the same rules as a casino where you could lose it all. So you've got to throw like a couple, like one cyanide capsule in there, right?
Like someone comes and breaks your knees.
Okay, well, that... oh, yeah, you've had some really... David, let's just say David used to be on some medication, if you know what I mean.
I've been on a pill or two.
He had to be dragged out of the casino, honestly. Like, you ever seen those videos? I can't tell if they're staged or not, but like people like outside of a casino. I saw this one guy, and he was like, yeah, I lost it all. And I was like, never me. I fucking hate Las Vegas.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Vegas is disgusting.
No, I don't like it.
Like, not even the pools are safe. Disgusting.
No, yeah. Everything's gross there. I don't like that place at all. But here's the thing. These people were taking medication for restless leg syndrome. And, like, I don't have that, so I don't know if I'm being, like, completely insensitive. But, like, the fact that they're, like, they took medication for it, and now they're saying they're addicted to gambling and also sex and shopping. And I'm like...
I mean, all three of those things are awesome.
Agreed.
So, it's like it's kind of a cop out to say that it's an addiction.
I only do one of them, but I'll let you figure out which one that is. Girl, get in. We're going sex. We're going sex scene.
The CEO of sex.
Wait, wasn't that like a meme and it was like some fucking horribly ugly person? What was
it? It was
like Badlands Chugs or something?
No, I think I think his name was Ned. It's Peter Parker's friend from the newest Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right.
He was the CEO of Sex.
the Asian man. Yes.
They were saying that he was coming out with Sex 2, which I'm excited to see what that is.
I do remember that now. I hope it's as good as Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, Sex 1's just it's been teased for so long, so I can't wait to see what the sequel's like.
Sex 2: gambling and shopping. Now that, sign me up. I'm
Shop
coming back
gambling.
for seconds.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like when people say like they're like 200 people have now contacted, about about this, like making them gamble and stuff. And like I said, I'm not reading the whole article, but like it just made me laugh because I'm like, that like people are just gonna be like, okay, how do I pass the buck on this? Like some guy who's like, I like the wife's yelling at him like, you fucking loser, you lost all the money, you lost their college tuition, blah blah blah, their college fund, and then he's like sees something on the news that says like medication, and he's like, wait a second, I might be able to get out of this.
Honey, you don't get it. Sex 2 is coming.
Sex 2, the second coming. Hell yeah. Anyway, that was just kind of a throwaway one. I really like that. But my real one is mom of 3 who vanished 24 years ago while Christmas shopping found alive and well, authorities say.
I bet she's doing great.
It's crazy because she went reported missing on New Year's of 2021. I'm sorry, 2001. And she had a family. She had like a 12-year-old and like an 8-year-old, and they went shopping. They all went shopping together at Kmart. I understand you get lost in a Kmart. I feel like that's like the entrance to the back rooms, to be completely honest. But she went shopping with her family, and then she never returned. And the fucked up thing about this article is that it doesn't. So at her request, her current whereabouts will remain undisclosed. I'm sorry, but like
everyone's hunting her down.
Okay, but like, is that legal? Is that technically legal?
What? To just leave your family?
To disappear? Because like obviously this was like a thing back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s with like the classic dad who went to go get cigarettes and milk and then just like disappeared. And people were like, fuck that. Like, we're going to get this fucker and we're going to make him pay like child support. And like, it feels like it should be like illegal. But then the police are like, we are not going to tell anybody where she is. I'm like, wait, she can't just abandon her family and then all of a sudden like everyone's like nice to her about her like new life, right?
I mean, it should be, but I don't think it's illegal. I don't think that's I guess maybe that could be considered like child neglect. I guess. Should I text our lawyer friend?
I don't think he deals with like parent-child law.
Yeah, but he might have some. I mean, he's gonna have more insight than our dumbasses.
There, true. I'm just looking up if this is just for independent research for when I'm a father. Can a parent abandon their child legally? A parent cannot simply walk away from a child legally, as abandonment is generally considered a crime and a form of child abuse, while parent rights can be involuntary.
But hold on. What? But the child was left with the father, correct?
Yeah, true.
That's different.
Defined often as leaving a child 6 to 12 months without care or conduct. That's child abandonment. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is kind of like a weird, I guess if like one parent's there. Hey, I'm not trying to give you guys it. Don't go abandoning your children. Because guess what? If we find out you did, we'll tell everybody your whereabouts.
We'll open every episode with your name and your location. We're going to dox you.
Exactly. And then we're going to make you pay us child support. Because we have lawyers. We could do that. You still there?
Have a lawyer. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to text our lawyer to see.
Oh, I killed a guy. I have a lawyer, and he's good too. Here's the catch. Here's the twist. You want to hear the twist?
Yeah, what's the twist?
I killed my lawyer.
Oh, no. Wait, our lawyer? You killed our lawyer?
No, not our.
And you're telling me now?
not our sex 2 lawyer. Our lawyer.
Yeah,
2.
but our sex 1 lawyer, you killed that one?
He's dead.
That's the one that's on the books. That's the worst one.
Yeah, I thought he'd be able to get me out of the first murder, and he couldn't, so I killed him. It's called double jeopardy. I should be okay. Oh, sorry. What is I murdered our lawyer?
What is I murdered our lawyer?
That's a Jeopardy joke. That's an Office joke, I think. Anyway, so I'm not gonna,
The Office.
Sorry, I'm not gonna go full millennial on you guys and be like, "Are you guys in the Office?"
Big Chungus.
Dwight. Oh my God, Jim pranked Dwight. Oh,
so funny.
Man.
Are you anti-Office now? Are you?
No,
have you?
I love The Office.
Okay.
I hate any fan base that loves The Office, though. I'm like, just like The Office, okay? Like it like a normal person, okay?
Well, it's like they announced today that they killed Smiling Friends. That's done.
No.
I think they're doing 2 more episodes and then it's done. But I was like, good for them, because they're not gonna. It's not gonna be like another like Rick and Morty where it was like, oh, this is fun, and then like the fan base became the most insufferable people in the world.
It's true.
And then like the writer was like a child molester.
Oh, we better walk that
What
back,
did he-
or we're gonna have to call lawyer 3. Alleged.
What did he do? What
think
was
it
his
was
crime? Just being a creep?
Abusive or something. I think he got charged with like domestic violence or something.
I don't know what it was. Hey, if we haven't been sued yet, I doubt that will be the one that gets us. But Justin
We're finally
Rowland,
gonna pop.
sorry, bud, I didn't know what it was. But yeah, no, I think the writers were just like we're gonna end it on a high and just walk away from it.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
think
respect
that's
it.
Fine. Yeah, that's.
It's also fun because you can like watch the entire series in like
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think he. Oh, look, Justin Roiland accused of Pickle Rick. He got accused of Pickle Rick. A pickle Morty.
That's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I've never seen anything funnier than that. I was thinking about the other day about somebody has that tattooed on them, and they're like, "Fuck."
Oh, dude, so many people have that tattooed on them.
Remember that Szechuan sauce shit?
The
People
what?
People go to McDonald's and like ask for Szechuan sauce. And
Yeah, and then the McDonald's got strong-armed into actually like releasing it.
I think I
They
think
brought
that,
it back for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, okay, next story. We're tangenting.
All right, ICE agents keep accidentally shooting themselves.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. I don't want to dip into that too much, but
Yeah, 3 of them
not
accidentally
crying.
shot themselves in 2 days
oh no, it's almost like they're not well trained.
during training sessions.
You love to try to drag me into politics. You love
That's
it.
not politics. That's not politics.
No, I guess you're right.
It's immigration.
It's humanity. But regardless, you know me, dude. You know I'm a loose cannon. You better not. You can't give me a hot mic and a hotter opinion, hotter take, dude. I'll fucking, dude. You better give me a comedy album and put caution tape over my mouth
Hell yeah.
on the cover, because that's how.
What are your eyes gonna be like?
What? Oh, they're gonna be bugging out, dude. They're gonna
Yeah,
be
they're
like,
gonna be bugging out. Oh.
dude.
What's
It's
the
gonna be
background gonna be? Is it gonna be like a black background or is it gonna be like bricks?
Ooh. It's going to be a really poorly drawn skyline of a nondescript city of like
Doesn't
painted
exist.
on a comedy, on a shitty comedy store
Yeah.
background. Yeah.
Or like it has like the Hollywood sign in the background, but it says like Tobin.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
It's going to be like it's going to be like 14 14 dead homeless people.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that coming.
I'm like, guess. I told him my thoughts.
Is that your opener or your closer?
Killing all the
like it has to relate to like one of your jokes in the stand-up. Are you
No,
opening
that's the
with the
best part.
14 dead homeless people, or closing, or like not even acknowledging it?
Well, I will call them unhoused because it's kind of like I'm doing like an diverting expectations. Like I killed them, but I am going to treat them with dignity, and I will not let anybody call them homeless. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they have a home, and it's in my heart, and that's why I collected them.
Yeah. That's why you made art from them and wrote your name in the hills.
I've collected their souls into my heart. Now they live within me.
Just carrying on the Jabberwocky staff, and you're collecting souls.
What's a Jabberwocky staff? Like the dancing crew? Do I wear a white mask?
Never mind.
Are you doing a Magic the Gathering reference?
No, that was an Elder Scrolls thing.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Equally as embarrassing.
I'm more of an America's Got Talent guy.
What about Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka? What was the Sri Lanka's Got Talent? Those videos I keep getting pushed to me. I keep sending you.
Yeah, David keeps sending me Sri Lanka's Got Talent videos, and literally every video is just one guy swinging another guy by his legs on the stage while the judges go like, oh. And like I wrote back to him, and I was like, I'm beginning to question if the title of the show is a question or a statement. It's like Sri Lanka's Got Talent. I don't know. I'm like, do something other than swing somebody by the arms. I mean, I'm sure they got other bits, but the two you sent me were clearly people just swinging each other around.
They love to swing around. I don't know.
That was wild. I'm like, they're letting everybody on that stage.
Top talent. The comment section's brutal.
Is it?
Yeah, so you're telling me this entire place has no talent?
Oh, God. We love Sri Lanka though. We love Sri Lanka more.
Yeah.
Him. He's good.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka.
He's knighted.
Okay, oh, don't get me started on Night of the Seven Kingdoms right now. Dude.
So good.
Don't get me started. Meg walks in and she's like, "Are you watching another YouTube video about Westerosi history?" I'm like, "Bitch,
get out of my room."
I tried to tell her that Dorne at the time was Dorne. Yeah, at the time Dorne was enveloped into the Seven Kingdoms. So I was like, it's actually more than Seven Kingdoms in the last line of the show. He's like, it's actually 9 kingdoms.
9,
like,
yeah.
Felt justified in that moment.
How do you feel about the theory that Sir Duncan is the father of
Gwendolyn Christie's character?
Yeah, what's her name again? Bria Tarth. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I feel better about the fact that he's Cold Hands from Beyond the Wall.
Huh?
You know about? I mean, she could be a descendant. I don't know if he goes to Tarth or whatever, but like I think people in Tarth are kind of big, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But there's another character who's like a mysterious person on horseback beyond the wall who has like black hands, and they called him Cold Hands because they think he's like half White Walker. They don't know who he is, but people think since I don't want to give any spoilers, but because of Dunk's whatever happens in his future, they think that he might be dead, but a lot of people think that he actually survived. And there's some recent interviews with the actor, and he said, you know, Dexter, the kid who was like,
yeah,
George,
the cutest kid in America, right? Or I guess not in America, cutest kid in the world right now.
I know, and he's like, George said, Dunk definitely survives, and we don't know about Egg yet. And you see like Peter, the guy who plays Dunk's like, hey, fucking shut the fuck up, like, don't stop saying that. It's pretty good.
I love the interviews where he's like, oh yeah, Dexter and I played Mario Kart every day. I kicked his arse. I didn't take.
I know. It's very cute.
Very wholesome. Hold on though, real quick. The big theory behind, I guess, is in the books. At one point, Brienne's she goes through her dad's like armory and finds a shield that has Duncan's crest on it.
Oh, the tree with the shooting star.
The tree with the shooting star, yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, it wouldn't be that surprising just because like she is also tall. Like that would be a nice
and
little
blonde.
connection.
Yeah.
In blonde. Oh, he's a redhead.
Well,
but in the book, I know he's blonde.
strawberry. Let's call it strawberry. But
you want strawberry hell.
I saw another thing that was saying that the scene where young Duncan and his friend were when they're walking down that row of all the trees.
Mm-hmm. Kingsway.
They used that exact same location from a scene where Brienne and Pod were riding horses down, and the name of that episode was like
Dunk's
the 7th
daughter. I agree that well they have used that road many times in the show. That is supposed to be like the
That's
King's
fair.
Road, but like I mean, but still, like I think that your first theory is not it's stronger than most. So I'm like, okay, I'm not against it. So
No.
But I have to say this. You remember in the last episode? Oh my God, sorry. This is not a Game of Thrones or a Night of the Seven Kingdoms podcast. We should have talked about this off, but I'm going to say it anyway.
It's so good. It's so good though.
But at the end when he says,
it's so much better in House of the Dragon. Sorry.
I like House of the Dragon, but I get it.
Yawn.
I do get it.
Yawn.
But I like any kind of Game of Thrones material. I'm like a big fan. But when he says, I'm questioning whether like my hand and my foot were worth a prince's life because he punched Arion and he could lose the hand and foot that he assaulted him with, and he says like, I question if one day that my foot will be like needed by this realm. And like there's a theory that happens at Summerhall where Dunk may or may not have died. There's a fire, and there's a theory that like he kicks down a door to save some people. So it's like the premonition would come true, which is his foot did save. It was used to help the realm, and like I like that theory, and but
It's good.
we don't know what happened in Summerhall. We just know that fire broke out there, and so anyway, okay, well. That's always fun. Anyway, one more story. As Kentucky man covered in fur arrested after allegedly being caught having sex with deer.
That's the story I had next.
Okay, well, we've already ran pretty long on this intro, so it's pretty straightforward. This guy, the deer was dead.
Alan? That makes it worse, by the way.
Alan Osborne. Actually, I think it makes it better.
I am in the boat that says that makes it worse.
So here's the thing. It makes it better for the deer, worse for the man. But if the deer was alive, it's worse for the deer and better for the
but if the
man.
deer's alive, it could give him a donkey kick right in the groin,
Yeah, but at least like deer's not there anymore, right?
Who knows? I mean, that could be a turning point in deer society where they're tired, they're done, the uprising starts.
What are you talking about?
That might have
What
been
does
the
this
fuel.
mean?
This might have been the fuel for the deer to stop playing, whimsical forest creature, and now they're gonna start coming after us.
I meant the deer was dead, so it's fine. But sure, if Alan Osborne started the deer apocalypse, then we're gonna have a discussion with Alan.
Yeah.
We're gonna offer him up to the deer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was covered in fur and he had sex with a deer on the side of the road. Pretty cool. We have a male loneliness epidemic.
We're the next Japan.
Yeah. They're going to be like, what is Japan doing? Aren't they like paying people to like have sex or something?
No, a lot of the men, there's like some...
I can't even pay my wife.
There's like a Nintendo DS game. It's not even a 3DS. It's a DS game that was like a dating simulator, and a lot of the men just did that, and that's how they got like their emotional connection through. I don't know if that's still a thing. At least it was at one point, but like, yeah, their population like fell off because the men were so busy trying to become, what's their term? Corporate men?
Salary men.
Salary men. And
You know,
that
I
they
thought it was
just
like celery men.
celery men.
I thought it was. It was like a Tim and Eric's like show me nude Tane.
Yeah. Load up D3343356.
But you know what? It's going to stay that way until women start paying for the first date. Then we will start dating again. Okay? This is us men. We've signed a document. These are our union stance.
Mm-hmm.
Once to start pay for the first date, and we will start. It's nice to be wanted for once, you know.
I was expecting just like the worst sentence to come out of your mouth, and it wasn't that bad.
Okay, that's good. Am I getting better?
You're getting better. You're healing. You're growing.
The world is healing.
Yeah.
No, I it's funny because sometimes I do end up on TikTok and people being like, they'll be like, men aren't approaching women at the bar anymore, and I was like, and then I'll like watch.
Isn't
like
that what you wanted?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. But I'll watch like 10 videos on it, and I'm like, why the fuck do I care about this at all? I'm like, I'm in a loving relationship. I don't give a fuck about this. I'm like, I don't care about if the women are upset. I don't care if the men are incels. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, I just don't. But it's
I'm just glad I'm not in the single world. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and guess
Sounds
what?
like
If I
a
was
war
single,
zone.
I would probably also not be going up to women. Because I was doing that far before it was fucking cool and popular to do it, okay? So thank you. Kind of a trendsetter.
There you go.
I wait for a woman to come up to me, and then I go, so
you get awake apnea.
I had a daymare. I have daymares. Okay, we're done here. We're done. You're saying I haven't said anything horrible yet, and I'm like really trying to like.
You're really
be
pulling
good
it back
right now. I'm really being good right now.
I'm kind of setting you up for bad things, and you're. Really
I know you're like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah. Coward.
Oh shit! I laughed into the fucking mic. Every time I laugh really loud in the mic, I think about the one email we got that was like, "Can Tobin stop laughing into the fucking mic?" Somebody was like, "He talks normal, and then he laughs. It's like blows my speakers in my car."
The only true response to that is you should be very thankful that our sweet boy Kyle dropped out from the beginning.
Oh no, Kyle! We miss Kyle.
I miss Kyle. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. It's a shame he's only a few miles away, and I never see the sweet boy.
Wait, he lives. Okay, this is off pod shit. He lives in Eugene.
No, he lives in Portland.
That's not a few miles.
Yeah, but it's close.
That's true. Anyway, okay, that's personal stuff. But you guys, you're like family to us. And when you're here, you're family.
Your family.
Now get in the fucking trunk. Join the family. Okay. Should we get these stories going?
Please.
Okay,
Mine's really long, and it's already late.
Yeah. Mine's short, so we're going to do this, okay? Now, David, what is your worst fear?
Deep water, I can't see the bottom to. Actually, and I discovered recently that it's just it doesn't even have to be deep. It's just water I can't see like the end of.
Impotence. Interesting answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Water you can't see the bottom of. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, some might say that their worst fear, would not be clowns or heights or water you can't see the bottom of, or even dying. But
alone?
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to say dying alone.
No, my monitor went out as I was fucking saying the sentence.
I'm much more afraid of dying alone than I am of just dying,
Oh, really? I kind of want to become like a big stain on a couch.
Yeah. Like a black stain, not a red stain.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. I want them to find me, and they're like, holy shit. Like,
did someone drop the burnt pizza?
I don't know where the leather stops and he begins, I want them to have to disclose it in the house, the house sale.
You got to put a plaque up for that one.
Yeah. I want the house never smell the same again. I want to be found in a hot tub. That's the worst. Soup. Make me soup.
The jets are all clogged.
Um, so, like I said, the clowns, not the clowns or the heights or even dying or seeing the bottom of water, but losing one's own faculties of the mind. We all know our bodies slowly deteriorate over time as we age. I hope I'm sending someone into a panic attack right now.
My mental state's like a wet newspaper in a drain.
Yeah, you're like a dead body. Your brain is a dead guy in a hot tub.
I'm already halfway there. I'm not worried about it. But I'm going to have fun with it.
You already look like a bloated corpse, to be honest.
I know I do. It's bad. You know what's worse, though? I smell like a bloated corpse.
The trash bag is not concealing any of the leg anymore. But it
This is
started
not
in
a
the leg and it's
Febreze
spread.
ocean spray bag. No.
We have to sprinkle baking soda on them every morning.
Yeah.
Try to absorb some of the odor. It's bad.
But the bubbles make me dance.
It's true. It's true. They call him the human volcano because of all of his open sores that start to bubble over.
There's so much vinegar coming out of me.
Yeah. You know the term piss and vinegar? That's about David's wounds. Anyway. Okay. Full of piss and vinegar. Like I said, we all know that our bodies slowly deteriorate over time as we age, but one thing that we hold on to is our mind and the ability to communicate with the world even in our most vulnerable state. Well, what if I told you that you did not need to stress too much, because when you lose your mind, most of the time, you're not even aware of it, you know, or sometimes even you even think that you're smarter than everyone else, that's the best kind of mental illness. You're going out being like fucking bunch of dumbasses. Sometimes I'm afraid I have that.
It takes the fun out of it, I feel like.
What?
Like if you're kind of aware of it, but like you just can't control it, like I feel like that'd be more fun.
Jesus Christ.
What?
To be scared, you're like, you have like these
Not
moments
scared,
where
but
you have
just-
these horrifying moments of clarity.
You can lean into it.
Okay. You sick
It's like, oh fuck,
bastard.
that's right. Iron Man did die at the end of Endgame. Keep forgetting
And
about
then
that part.
And then you go back to hula hooping.
Yeah. Playing my kazoo.
Only children and insane people hula hoop. You know that? I just made that up right now. Put it on a popsicle stick. Well, today I wanted to tell you a story about a well-respected man that not only lost his mind, but also documented it in a detailed manner. How his slow decline into he documented in detailed manner his slow decline into insanity via psychological journaling. As today we discuss Daniel Paul Schreber. So this guy is very interesting. It's a little maybe sad, I don't know, but we'll
Quick
get into
side
it. So,
note. Was it Picasso who did the self-portraits like as he developed Alzheimer's?
I think he had
Was it
Alzheimer's
Alzheimer's?
or dementia, one of the
Dementia,
two.
yeah. Those
Yeah.
I mean it's kind of hard to like they're so similar. But those like self-portraits are crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's like
nuts.
one of the most like fascinating things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Also, it's kind of freaky to think about. Like, you look up, like, oh, Danny, you get dementia. How do I stay away from that? And they're just like, it just happens, and you're just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
They're
pretty
like,
much.
and then
Have fun.
every 5 years, like a doctor's like, it's caused by not flossing, and then I just like make my gums bleed for like a month, and then I forget again. Then I'm like, oh, back on the dementia.
And then next
back
month
on the
it's like
dementia train.
flossing causes it, and you're like, fuck.
Then I go back to eating egg yellows. And then I go back to eating egg whites and then egg yellows. And I can't figure out which one's going to kill me and which one's going to save my life.
That's why I don't eat eggs.
Good point. So let's go into Daniel Paul Schreber, because he was a respected German jurist. He's a jurist. Born in 1842. I don't think.
Rural juror.
The rural juror, born in 1842. Everything was rural back then. But he was the son of a well-known physician and educator. He built a successful legal career and was appointed to increasingly prestigious judicial positions throughout his life. And in 1884, Schreber ran for Reichstag. And to be honest, I think that's what like Hitler ran for back in the day before he became like, the elected.
Was that
whatever
a thing in like
president.
Beer Fest? That sounds very familiar.
A Reichstag is, I have it right here, of the German Empire was Germany's lower house of parliament from 1871 to 1918. So, okay, Hitler was not in that because he was, maybe, no, that was in the 30s he got elected in, but he was, the Reichstag is something, I don't know. Everything.
Sounds, it's one of those words that's like tickling the brain, but I can't quite figure out like how I know that word.
Yeah, I know. It's probably because it sounds like 4 other German words that were like prevalent during World War II. So we're just like, was Hitler Reichstag? We're like, no, he was.
There's a lot of things, but not that.
Hey, buddy, I don't even care if I get canceled. That guy was batshit crazy. I'll say it. You get canceled.
That guy was a meth addict.
I hate Hitler. Sue me. Honestly,
I want
to see the liberals try to cancel me. I hated Hitler. Okay. So Schreber ran for Reichstag, but after an unsuccessful campaign that resulted in a loss, sound familiar? Schreber experienced his first severe mental breakdown and was hospitalized for about 6 months. His ailment was described as a nervous illness, but eventually Schreber completely recovered and returned to work after a little over a year, resuming his legal duties for nearly a decade without major incident. So this guy just kind of had, I love nervous illness. He had I don't know what you would call that now, like a nervous illness. Like people call it still like a mental breakdown, but like
anxiety,
like extreme. Not even. It's like more than a panic attack. It's like I don't even know.
Psychosis.
Yeah, maybe, but that seems like it's like permanent. That seems like you're seeing shit. This is like manic almost or something like that. But it's interesting. But in 1893, shortly after being appointed to the high-ranking position of presiding judge of the Dresden Court of Appeal, Schreber suffered a second and far more profound psychological collapse. I wonder if it was like the stress. The stress of it all that actually. I mean, he had some personal stuff going on, but he also like checked himself back into the hospital for insomnia. So he was suffering from insomnia, which that's a one-way train to Crazyville. If you're not sleeping, you gotta sleep.
Yeah, I feel like people don't give insomnia enough credit. Like, you don't get enough sleep, you're gonna lose it.
You literally get like psychosis. You start seeing shit. Yeah. It's crazy. But eventually, the persistence of insomnia became so unbearable that it drove him to the brink of suicide. And as his condition worsened in the following years, and he was eventually transferred to Sonnenstein Castle, which I guess was like a mental facility. Oh, you're crazy, so you get promoted to king. Okay, I see how it is. Castle. Here, they put you in the back of a Chuck E. Cheese. They put you in the rat suit. You know that?
They lock it up.
Yeah,
it's like a chastity belt, but on the back.
They latch it shut. You're the rat now.
They cover you in sugar and let the kids go crazy on you.
You're Charles Entertainment Cheese right now. Your identity's gone.
It sounds like an honor, but it's actually just the worst thing you could ever have. The worst fate.
It's like an Iron Maiden. Inside is just like fucking half-licked lollipops that are all sticky and they're all pointing towards you like an iron. Like, don't touch them. Don't touch them. But here he would spend several years under care, and during this period he developed a complex system of delusional beliefs that he later documented in great detail. You see, Schreber believed that hundreds of people's souls took special interest in him and contacted his nerves by using divine rays, telling him special information or requesting things of him. Specifically his nerves, which is interesting. And he also believed that God himself, or God itself, was able to contact him through those said nerves. he described his nervous system as uniquely connected to supernatural forces and claimed that the structure of reality itself was being reorganized around him. So this is like crazy, manic, like what the fuck is like going on? Because he also believed that the world had undergone destruction and reconstruction, and that other people were sometimes mere temporary or artificial versions of themselves. During one of his stays at the Sonnenstein Asylum, castle, whatever, he concluded that there are fleeting improvised men in the world, which he believed were divinely fabricated men as miracles to provide Schreber with play with humans in light of a depopulation of the world. I don't like that is like the most like psychosis shit I could even say out loud.
It's insane how similar our stories are going to be today.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Like to an extent, but yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing. So he believed that there were play with humans, and I'm guessing what he means is that he's surrounded by NPCs.
Exactly.
He was like, these people aren't real. I'm the main character. He's giving off strong main character energy.
Kind of like different tiers to humanity that like say like there's lesser thans and main characters.
I just love like his verbiage because like he's a learned lawyer judge. He's like a respected judge in like, you know, turn of the century Germany, and he was like, there are fleeting improvised men around me and play with humans. And I'm like,
yeah.
He just like he's trying to get Shakespearean up in here and like make up new words and sentences. But here's the most interesting part. Schreber's mind began to scare him when he woke up one morning with the thought that it really must be rather pleasant to be a woman succumbing to intercourse.
I feel like that guy came out of nowhere.
My man's horny.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and they're like,
God forbid.
They're like, this guy's got mental illness. And I'm just like, well, sign me up for a stay at the asylum, buddy, because ain't we all a little curious on what it would like to have a vagina? I'm crazy now.
Nothing wrong with wanting to know.
I just want to feel whatever sensations like. I'm just a little jealous. Oh, a woman could wonder what it's like to pee standing up, but the second I want to get railed on camera in my vagina, I'm crazy. Sorry, little graphic, not morbid, but graphic. But I also thought this was like kind of bullshit because I'm like, oh, you know, like a fucking hateful like transphobe would be like, oh, see, they're all crazy. They're all crazy. See, this lawyer went crazy and he thought he was a woman. And I'm like, okay, buddy, like that's
settle down, partner.
All squares are rectangles. Not all rectangles are squares. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, what are we doing here? So he was really alarmed by this thought and believed that this thought had come from somewhere else, not from himself. He's like, no way, that couldn't have been me. He even hypothesized that that the thought had come from a doctor who had experimented with hypnosis on him, and he thought the doctor had telepathically invaded his mind. That's some shit that you would do. You're like,
me?
It's just yeah, like if you were like if you got a medical degree in psychology,
yeah.
and you'd be like, hey, can I like hypnotize you? And then like I'd wake up the next morning and be like, I think I'm gay.
Why am I covered in lipstick?
What the hell? Oh, David, did you prank me again and make me gay in the middle of the night? Oh, you did? Oh, shucks. When are you going to turn me back? My wife's getting angry.
I'm in the corner. Did it work?
My wife keeps getting mad at all the men I brought home. That'll teach her not to. I'm stopping. Okay. Walk it back, and walk it out, and walk it
Settle
out.
down now. Settle down.
East side walking out. North side walking out. Meet me at the mall. It's going down. Okay. I'm going crazy up in here.
Yeah, I
So-
saw that.
You saw that dance move?
Yeah, you're going crazy over there.
Yeah, but it was hypnosis. Somebody put DJ Unk in my brain.
Yeah, DJ Unk.
Someone put Mims. Somebody possessed me with the ghost of Mims.
Where the fuck is Mims?
This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm crazy.
All right, I'm gonna do a little quick Mims Google search.
What is he up to?
You
Okay,
keep
wait.
going.
So this thought would eventually snowball into a central delusion and conviction that he was being transformed into a woman through divine intervention, as he believed this transformation was necessary for cosmic purpose and that he would bear a new humanity and restore order to the universe. God damn, my man's has to give birth to the entire new human race. Shit. What? What are you laughing about? Mims?
So yeah, Mims left the music scene to go into the tech industry and co-founded the mobile music app
Does it have a Z?
Recordgram in 2016.
Oh.
You remember Recordgram?
It was my favorite app.
Yeah.
What did they do?
It was like I think it was.
Or
like
is it
Spotify.
Recordgram?
Oh, maybe Recordgram.
It was you could measure drugs on your phone screen. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
He's like a gram of this, a gram of that.
Yeah.
So like I said, he's giving birth to the entire new human race. That's his cosmic purpose, to turn him into a woman, to give birth. And all the women are like, yeah, that's fine, buddy. You can do that. We'll pass on the giving birth to the entire world.
Yeah.
We'll stick to our own children, thanks. Bud.
One is enough, not the entire world.
Yeah, exactly. So, except for if you're like living in Utah, they like to have at least 18.
Yeah.
So, what distinguishes Schreber's case is that he systematically recorded his experiences in a book titled Memoirs of My Nervous Illness, published in 1903. And the work presents his delusions in a highly structured, articulate manner. He describes his experiences as factual observations rather than symptoms of illness, outlining in detail his cosmology, his communication with God, and the physical sensations he interpreted as evidence of transformation. The memoir remains one of the most comprehensive first-person accounts of psychosis ever written. And in 1902, Schreber petitioned for his release from the asylum. In court, he argued that although his beliefs were unconventional, he was capable of managing his affairs and posed no threat to society. The court ultimately ruled in his favor, and he was discharged. He lived independently for several years before suffering another decline in mental health and returning to institutional care, where he remained until his death in 1911. So he had about 9 years out of the hospital from release until his death. And it says Schreber's case became highly influential in the development of psychoanalytical theory. Sigmund Freud published a detailed analysis of Schreber's memoir in 1911, interpreting his delusions through the lens of psychoanalysis. Modern
I'm dumb as fuck. I didn't think Sigmund Freud was alive in 1911. I thought he was like way older than that.
No. He's like the father of modern psychology. So it was like, it says in 1911. Wait, when was Sigmund Freud alive?
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was like way before that.
Sigmund. See, here's the thing. It had to be recent enough where people were like, yeah, you can't have sex with your mom, because that's all they ever talked about. Oh, here, wait, actually, 1856 to 1939. So he was, Paul Schreber.
39 to 69? No, wait. 69 to 39?
1856 to 1939. So Paul Schreber was only born like 14 years before Sigmund Freud. So they were contemporaries.
Damn. Okay.
That's kind of crazy. But obviously, Sigmund Freud lived 38 years longer, or 28 years longer. But
when did he start fucking with the Lions in Vegas?
Like betting on them? What do you mean?
There's a
I get it. Damn, you're aging yourself right now. And people are like, if you're not what's his name? Roy. I almost called
Friedman
him
and Roy.
Sigmund and Roy.
Is it Friedman and Roy? What were those guys' names?
Now you got me all fucked up. Wait, Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy.
Sigmund Freud or Siegfried and Roy. Jesus Christ.
Same people.
But just to end this off, like I said, modern psychiatry generally considers Schreber's condition consistent with paranoid schizophrenia or a related psychotic disorder. The enduring significance of Daniel Schreber lies in the clarity and coherence with which he described his alter reality. His writings provide a rare, detailed view of psychosis from the inside, not as observed by physicians, but as experienced and rationalized by the individual himself. So it's a very interesting, unique story of somebody who was like suffering from a severe psychosis, mental illness, and being like, yes, today I spoke with God 4 times. We discussed me giving birth to the entire world. I would have to do this through, like, so crystal clear. He's just like, yeah, my thoughts are like out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. Like, what an interesting memoir. I mean, I'd be interested in reading it, but at the same time, like, just from reading like the Wikipedia and some of the stuff online, it just feels like so convoluted because the words he's using are like so, like I said, play with humans, and like I read entire paragraphs of how like the nerves in his body recepted like the communications from God, and I'm like, I would like look into this more detailed if it was like somewhat accurate and like based in like science, but you're basically watching some guy basically being like, I'm making up science as we go, and he like desperately believes in it, but maybe we're wrong. Maybe he was
Kind of
right.
like if you ignored everything you already knew, like it'd be believable.
Yes.
Like
Not that I know much about the human body or the nervous system, but
Yeah.
I'm trusting everybody else's being like, yeah, it was like psychosis, but like, what if like he was sort of right or something? You know, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the story of Daniel Paul Schreber, and
Wow.
yeah, what happened to him? So,
All right, Tobin.
tell me.
Today we are going to take this story to one of the places I once lived, which is Idaho, northern Idaho to be exact. And this is the
Is that
story.
the thin part?
Yeah,
Who lives there?
the liberals. Not really though. I don't know, man. I think I lived in like the only liberal like town in Idaho. So Kyle was born and raised in North Idaho. Like I said, Kyle was always a smart kid, graduating from high school with magna cum laude.
You just went into Kyle. Did we get a whole name, or are you burying the lead right now?
No, Kyle Odom.
Who's that?
That's who this is about.
Oh shit! Did I miss that? I was just so
Yeah,
focused on that tiny little strip of Idaho.
Maybe, and I think I did that wrong. Does high school have magna cum laude, or is that just college?
No, they have. You know, you might be right. I'm so fucking stupid. I can't even think of.
Yeah, I definitely
did. They have valedictorian. Is magna
Yeah.
cum laude like the second smartest or something?
So I think that probably came from his college. The way I write my stories, I tend to write them as I read them. So sometimes I have to like go back and try to edit it from when I figured out where like I messed it up.
Magna cum laude is a Latin term meaning with great praise or with great distinction, represented the second highest academic honor for university graduates. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I was a little ahead of myself when I typed that part. So when he left high school, he had many scholarship offers from universities to study genetics. Out of all the universities that he was offered scholarships to, Kyle decided to stay home and go to the university that is known as the Harvard of the West. You know what school that is?
Harvard, Stanford.
Nope.
Not Oregon. Nowhere in Oregon.
No.
Where? Oh, your fucking college?
The University of Idaho, a.k.a. my alma mater.
Who calls it the Harvard of the West?
Weirdly enough, a lot of people do.
Weirdly
Like, it's
enough,
like a
the
weird
homeless
thing.
guy outside.
Um,
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
not only did he attend my alma mater, but I graduated in the winter of 2014, and he graduated the spring of 2014.
Whoa. Wait, you guys went there at the same time?
I was at the same small campus as this guy. And to be completely honest, when I Googled him, I looked up his name so I found this story not realizing that he went to Idaho. And so I started like, oh, like this sounds crazy. I'm going to write about this. And as I was looking it up, I was like, holy shit, he went to the same school I went to. And then I saw like the times he was there. I was like, holy fuck, I went to school with this guy. And then I looked up his picture and I wrote it in here. So I was on the same smaller campus as this guy, and to be completely honest, he looks extremely familiar. This was over a decade ago, so it's hard to remember, but looking at his picture, like I get that weird feeling like I had talked to this guy before.
Is he like a weirdo?
I don't remember. It was over a decade ago. Like I don't really remember much about him, but just like looking at his photo, I'm like, oh my God, like I totally remember that guy.
And he's like an incel, right? So like you probably knew him.
What makes you think he's an incel?
Well, just like if you're friends with him, like he had to have been.
Dude, I had a lot of friends, okay?
And they're all having sex too.
Yeah. We all were. It was awesome.
The sequel.
We all had Sex 2 before the release. We're actually beta testers for Sex 2.
You're beta for sure.
We were definitely working out the bugs. God, I had so many medications.
You had a lot of bugs.
It's so many bugs. I was riddled of bugs.
The only bug you didn't have was a ladybug. Boom, roasted.
I don't know. I was covered in spots.
We're on a tear right now. I love this. Okay.
So it says that Kyle went to the Marine Corps before going to the university. So he was a few years older than me. So I believe he's 40 now. And so he's like 5 years older than me, which was like fairly common. I had a roommate in college that served a few like tours in Iraq and then came back and went to college. And so he was like
couple nights where you just stand over your bed, heavy breathing with a knife in his hand.
He was very cool, but there were a few times where it was like, whoa, buddy.
I'm sorry, we respect our vets, but that was just a joke.
Yes.
Holy shit, never mind.
So Kyle ended up discovering meditation, which he claimed. Okay, so I'm gonna try to burn through this first part.
Wish she discovered medication. Am I right?
I'm gonna burn through this part, and then we're gonna get into like the real like meat of it. Okay. So Kyle ended up discovering meditation, which he claimed gifted him the ability to achieve extreme states of consciousness and increased his mental stamina. With Kyle's newfound power, he started having experiences and encountering aliens from Mars.
Ooh.
You might think that sounds cool, but Kyle said this deeply affected him, manipulating his body, putting thoughts into his head that weren't his, making new song lyrics that would loop over and over and over and over and over again in his head to songs that didn't exist. And this would lead to one goal. These aliens wanted to make him the next school shooter. Kyle decided to take this distress online, writing posts on Facebook where he would share his experiences and drawing pictures of the aliens, and talked about receiving mental messages from Tim Remington, a town pastor in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which I believe that's like where he grew up. It wasn't super specific, but I think he grew up in Coeur d'Alene, which is a beautiful place, but it's very white supremacist heavy.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. There was like a news story I think when I was in college, where like it was on like CNN and stuff, where someone made like a Nazi snowman in Coeur d'Alene. It's yeah, it was.
That's not funny, but it's
It's
funny
not,
that it's
but
a
it is.
snowman. It's a snowman.
Yeah, it was like a little. It was like a Hitler snowman, and people obviously got upset, as they should. But Coeur d'Alene is beautiful. It's a small city. It might even just be a town. I don't know if it's a city, but it's on like a huge lake, Lake Coeur d'Alene. It's beautiful, but yeah, a lot of white supremacists in the area. But I have a lot of friends from Coeur d'Alene, so definitely not white supremacists. Definitely not white supremacists, but they are there.
I love that setup and fucking. Oh my god, you got it. You nailed it.
So in Kyle's mind, the pastor Remington was relentlessly badgering him and trying to get him to do acts of violence and telling Kyle that the church was full of other aliens in disguise. On March 6th, 2016, Kyle approached the pastor in the church parking lot and Kyle shot Remington 6 times with a .45 caliber revolver from close range. The shots hit Pastor Remington, in the back and head, but by some divine power, Remington would not die from this.
No way.
It's insane.
Can I also just state right now, if anybody has any thoughts about me, they're wrong, and I am not an alien. So
okay.
I'm just gonna
Wouldn't
say,
that be convenient though, if we were to be doing this? But like,
it would be hiding in plain sight, really.
yeah. Think about the stories we would tell, man.
I just think about that guy waking up that morning and being like, "Ugh, I didn't pay my taxes yet. I should probably pay my taxes." And then he's like driving to work and he's like, "Fuck, I love this song. Oh, I gotta listen to that podcast when I'm on my drive home." And then he's like, walk back to his car and someone's like, he's like, "Oh, hey Brian," or what's this guy's name? Fucking Kyle. Hey Kyle, and he's like,
"Yeah, Kyle."
He's like, "You're gonna die, alien." And he's like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "I was gonna go make lasagna when I got home," and like, he's
like, "That's an alien word."
Yeah. He's like, 7 layers of meat, cheese, and sauce. Only an alien could think of something so devious.
7 layers of the atmosphere.
Oh, I like that. That's how many layers down they're living. They're in the mantle.
Oh yeah,
I like that. Okay.
The crow.
I just think, but it's just crazy that like, that's kind of crazy that somebody's just like, a lot of people just like are living their lives being like, I didn't know today I was gonna get specifically targeted to be murdered. Like, I understand if like somebody gets into a car accident or a freak accident, but like to be specifically targeted by somebody you didn't know that like thought you were evil is like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
well, just wait. We'll get a little more into it. So yeah, Pastor Remington would not die from that. Kyle would flee with hopes to go and gun down another pastor named John Padula, but decided to lay low. Odom, which is Odom, by the way. Odom would then board a plane to Washington, D.C. and approach the White House. He then started to throw items over the fence, including flash drives and a 25-page manifesto that was addressed to the president, containing his beliefs about the alien behavior, including that they were hypersexual and hyper-aggressive.
True.
At this time, Kyle Odom
that's why people think I'm an alien. Okay.
At this time, Kyle Odom was apprehended, and shortly after the connections were made, and he was arrested for the attempted murder of Pastor Remington. So now I tried to burn through kind of like that stuff because like I don't think that's actually like the important part of the story, because I want to focus.
I gotta
more,
hear this important part now.
I want to focus more on the manifesto.
Okay.
So the manifesto starts with, who is Kyle Odom? Born and raised in North Idaho, grew up in a loving family, joined the Marine Corps after high school, developed an interest in science, went to school for a degree in biochemistry, won numerous scholarships and awards, graduated magna cum laude, then got invited to prestigious universities to work on genetics. Check my personal documents. So I think he actually like included like his
resume.
history of educate. Yeah, basic resume. As you can see, I'm pretty smart. I'm also 100% sane and 0% crazy. Not like the most convincing way to get that message across.
I would probably maybe lead with I am completely sound of mind and I'm not doing this against my own will. Not
Yeah.
I would not lead with a 100% and then a 0%. I'm like,
At least give yourself like a 2% crazy. Everyone's
I'm
at
like, you
least a
gave
little
yourself
2%
an
crazy.
A+, you fucker. I'm like I'm like a C- at best, buddy.
Yeah.
Sane
Oh, yeah.
wise. Yeah. Come on.
So then the next section says, why did he do it? Like a header, you know. And then
He did
my
it.
life
oh
was
my God. It's about himself. He wrote this about himself.
100%. My life was ruined by an intelligent species of amphibian humanoids from Mars. I wish I was joking. Keep reading. So then it goes into like a bullet point section where it says they were here long before we ever existed. Next one. Their technology is millions of years more advanced than ours. I've seen them do things that that's a typo. That defy all comprehension. Next bullet point. They have a massive breeding stock of humans, which they breed and control from birth. They use these humans to live vicariously among us. They appear to be completely normal because they're good at intimidating human behaviors. What are you saying?
Among Us.
Among Us.
This guy seems sus. Vote him
This
out.
was also 2016.
So Among Us was big.
I don't think so. I think this was before
It
Among
was like
Us.
2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
But why do you keep asking me? Yeah, you know why you knew this guy? You kept asking the guy, "Hey, where's that whole breeding farm with like the Martians? And how do I like? Are there qualifications? Are you allowed
Cover
to have bugs?
charge.
Yeah, like do they accept guys with bugs?
Like, do I need like to get like a physical before?
Do they care about smell there? Will they breed with anyone, even if it's
Are there
tiny
Are
and
there showers
stinky?
there? Oh.
Yeah. Can it be malformed and misshaped and discolored?
Mm-hmm.
Do they judge?
Yeah,
on
are trash
that?
bags allowed?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Are puffy nipples allowed?
The next bullet point is the actual Martians live deep underground here and inside the moon. Next one, they
Wait,
take
our
control, like the moon. I guess is that our moon?
Well, they're from Mars, or is that like their Hawaii? Where they're like, we got to be closer to Earth. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably like their Hawaii.
Welcome
So-
to the moon, brother. Yeah, here's a longboard. Sorry.
Some hula moon rocks.
Exactly.
So next one, they take control of wild human beings and use them as sex slaves. Don't believe me? Ask President Obama to take a lie detector test on this one.
Obama.
I
I
Next
did not have
one.
sex with the aliens.
Next one, they tried to take me, but they were unable to control my mind. They've been following me ever since. The next one, I tried everything to get my life back. I begged, I bargained, and I threatened. The next one, everything I have tried to do was sabotaged. The next one, I attempted suicide twice, but they stopped me both times. And then the last one, my last resort was to take action that would bring this to the public's attention.
Yeah, he sounds pretty like obviously insane, but or like he's suffering from some kind of psychosis, but like he's
I'm not gonna lie.
sound of mind a little bit, like in terms
When
of
when I started reading this, I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then the more I went on, I was kind of like,
he is me.
like it kind of like some of this, like a lot of this stuff gets very like validated to why he did what he did. Like mental illness aside, like if that's something someone's experiencing, then I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, when you have like schizophrenia like that, like it's this person is in horrible like anguish. Basically, they're like scared 24/7, and they think that people are trying to get them and kill them and or do whatever. But
this story is a whole nother level to it for me personally.
oh, okay, it just sucks because it's like medication. It's like it could be solved relatively easy with like the proper medication, and like usually people just don't know, they hide it well.
Yeah.
Or,
For me, like I genuinely think that Kyle is a very smart person based on like his documentation of this stuff. Like it's very thorough. I'm not saying that I believe everything is true. I'm just saying from what I read, I'm more understanding from like what his truth is.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So then after that says, read my story to learn what happened to me and why they targeted me. So now, being that this manifesto is 25 pages long, I'm going to attempt to shorten a lot of it and just like hit more highlights and then kind of breeze over some of like the lesser, like it's all extremely interesting. And this whole thing, you can just Google his name and you can find his entire manifesto, on a link to like documentedcloud.org. So if you like search his name, like that link is where I got all this stuff from. But just for the fact that like I wasn't going to just read all this for the sake of it just being so long. If you want to go back and like read it, like the full truth of it, then yeah, please do. Cause it is very interesting. So the first chapter of his story thing here says, my story, spring 2014, Moscow, Idaho. Which is the town where University of Idaho is. Amazing little town / city. It's very small. Everything started while I was at the University of Idaho. Spring 2014 was my final semester, and I was taking a heavy course load. And then in parentheses, it's like, I didn't type it in here. I forgot what it said, but it was like he attached his class schedule. Into it.
Yeah.
So you could like see how difficult his schedule was. I was very stressed due to the intensity of my schooling, so I searched for ways to cope. I discovered meditation, which seemed to help, so it became a part of my daily routine. As I learned more about meditation, I became interested in consciousness and our ability to affect it. I kept working on my meditation techniques and began to achieve extreme states of consciousness. This continued until I encountered another being through my meditation. It happened on a night in February 2014, and it was the most profound experience I have ever had. I was laying in bed meditating when suddenly I left my body physically. I entered a space that was completely dark and had no awareness of my physical boundaries or orientation. I felt very peaceful there until a blue light began to approach me. As the blue light got closer, I realized it was another being. Once I was in the being's presence, I felt an immediate sense of wrongdoing. It felt like I was being told, "You shouldn't be here." I instantly conceded and felt guilty. Then I began to distance myself from the being. This had an impact on them and seemed to change their mind about me. The moment I began to distance myself from the being, I became overwhelmed with a feeling that I can only describe as unconditional love. During this part of the experience, our minds became connected, and I saw that the being was female. Then I began to feel the most euphoric, comforting, and blissful feeling I've ever felt. It was incredibly powerful and life-altering. So, Kyle then talks about coming out of the meditation with a feeling of like deep loss, like he'd lost a loved one, but like couldn't really explain it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a family member passing away kind of thing. Like he felt that deep sadness. But it only lasted like a short period. And when that feeling quickly left him, he did not have any urge to meditate again. And when he would force himself to meditate, goddamn, he was unable to achieve that state again. And he gave up, changing his focus back to like classes.
Damn. That, yeah, it's probably, it's weird to, he probably felt like, I don't know what his upbringing was like, but he put a very strong emphasis on unconditional love. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, seems like loneliness was a very strong factor in his life or something.
It's possible. I mean, he does talk about his family later on, and like he really loved his family. So I don't think that was much of it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So Kyle goes on to say that after this experience, he tapped into a new power in his mind where classes that he had difficulty in with before became like easy and nothing was a challenge for him.
Damn, I need that limitless pill.
Seriously. So then after graduating from the University of Idaho, he accepted a scholarship to Baylor College of Medicine to get a PhD in human genetics, in Houston. So back to his words, July 2014 to October 2014, Houston, Texas. Everything changed once I started the program. The moment I arrived, I could see flaws in every professor's research. My mind was so expanded that I could instantly understand the implications of entire research projects. Because of this, I was able to see weaknesses in all of the available projects. This caused me to become very concerned about what I was doing, and it felt like I was wasting my time. It's like basically now he's like he's too cocky because he's too smart.
Okay, this reminds me of somebody very specific, and it makes me question if he's actually as smart as he says he is, or if he's completely delusional. Like he could be like, classes that were once hard for me are now easy, and then you look at his papers and you're like, this is all incorrect. You failed the class. But he reminds me of Terrence Howard. Hustle and Flow.
Iron Man 2.
Yeah. Did you?
Or no, Iron Man 1.
Yeah. He was like on Joe Rogan, or like, I don't watch Joe Rogan or anything, but like I saw a clip and he was like on there with like a mathematician. He was saying like 0 times 0 can't equal 0. Look at this like Fibonacci sequence with like the light, and like the guy's like, you're wrong. Like I'm a astrophysicist, mathematician, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I see past that. Like you don't understand. Like Terrence Howard. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I don't know what he's up to now, or if he's okay, or if this was like a psychosis break, but I'm like, it just very much felt like the confident guy who's like,
oh, he had a great career for himself, and just like
spiral. Both of them?
Well, Terrence Howard.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yeah, exactly. I mean, but he's still like in movies every once in a while.
Is
like,
he?
He's in that movie Prisoners. It came out like 10 years ago, but like I see him pop up in like movies.
Wait, Prisoner? Are you talking about the one with Wolverine?
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's big acting.
Yeah. He's like the neighbor guy. He doesn't have a huge role, but
great.
You know, a scene where they got Paul Dano up against the wall and he hits the sink with a hammer.
That's right.
Terrence Howard's holding him.
That's right. That's a great movie.
Good movie. Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
So back to what you were saying. I voiced my concerns to my advisor, and he casually brushed them aside. He told me to just have fun. It'll be fun. Great college.
Who's
advisor.
that?
His advisor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I kept trying to get motivated, but things continued to get worse. I started seeing flaws in the foundation of genetics and other fields. That's a typo. What is that supposed to say?
Aha.
At least I
Not
type
me.
them, fucker.
What the fuck are you trying to say? Because I copy and paste.
Let's just say, whatever. It got to the point where I couldn't stop thinking about them. To make things worse, no one else seemed to care, which really bothered me. All these issues made it impossible for me to continue, so I decided to leave. Kyle talks about how his life was like a living hell after he left Baylor, and he was unable to sleep because his mind like couldn't stop focusing on things being wrong, like genetic stuff, like not making sense, like what we thought we knew were wrong, things like that. He also talked about two peers whose names were redacted from his manifesto, probably to protect themselves, but saying that they're classmates, and he kept seeing them and running into them, and every time he would see them, they would point finger guns at him, saying pew, pew, pew over and over and over again, and nothing else. Which he would say that, like, and this is the pacing of his manifesto that he said it here, saying that he would find out later that they were not humans, and they're tasked with trying to make him into the next school shooter, as they called it. So Kyle goes on to say that these aliens are the reason for many of our nation's school shootings. So October 2014 to August 2015, or October 2014 to August 2015, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Kyle moves back to Coeur d'Alene to start his job hunt. The night before an interview, he was unable to sleep, unable to recognize the face looking back at himself in the mirror. So like he saw himself and was like, who the fuck is that? Like, that's not me. And he goes to his interview, and it goes like horrifically bad. But the second he's done with the interview, he snaps out of the state he was in, and his appearance returns to normal, and he's like full of energy, and like everything was fine. He slept great that next night, as if he was like being sabotaged. Like something made him look like dog shit, made him feel like dog shit. And the second this important interview passed, all of a sudden he was like back to normal. So back to his writings. This is where the story gets weird. On the plane ride back home.
Oh, this is where it gets weird?
Yes. And this is where it gets weird, honestly. On the plane ride back home, my seat was taken. I asked the flight attendant, and she directed me to a new seat. Once I sat down, an older gentleman in front of me kept glancing back until he got my attention. As he kept looking back, my head began to hurt and tingle. The moment my head began to hurt, his lips curled up into an evil-looking smile. The pain and tingling in my head continued for the rest of the flight and got more intense as time went on. Every time I felt it, the man would start taking notes in his notepad. About halfway through the flight, damn, I really botched typing this up.
I'm
I
scared
should've just
that
copied
your
and
brain's
pasted.
tingling. Is your head tingling right now? You're scaring
A little
me.
bit. So someone else in front of me held up a newspaper that said psychic readings for 5 minutes straight, and it was blatantly obvious they were doing something to me, but I don't know what. Once we landed, the older gentleman kept showing me his track phone as if he was saying, get one of these. Which I had to Google it, and do you know what a track phone is?
Is that a burner phone?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like it's one of those like cheaper cell phones that's like pay as you go. Like, I don't even, do they still have that? Like, you could get them at like Target back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know where they sell them now, but I think they're still available. They sell them in like the hard plastic containers, and yeah, you could pay for a certain number of minutes or something like that. And then in the movies, everybody snaps them in half and throws them in a trash can.
Exactly. Kyle says that he had applied to many government jobs and was curious if this was a test, and that he should probably get one of the phones and see if someone contacts him on it. He like took it as a hint, being like, oh, he's showing it to me, I should get one.
Yeah, we're going to contact you on that, so go get one.
Yeah. About a month after getting it, Kyle received his first message from a man named John Padula, who invited him to meet him at a church, which Kyle called a strange place for a secret government to recruit him at. But he went anyways.
It's almost like they're not a secret government.
Exactly. So shortly after arriving, he started to get a feeling of danger, and so he like ran out of this church, which was called the Altar.
Well, creepy
name. So a few days later, Kyle started receiving messages from Pastor Tim Remington, which started off as simple Bible verses, but then became messages of threats which were hidden within more ominous Bible verses. Kyle ignored these messages, reading them, but like not engaging or replying. But then the final message from Remington simply said angels. And shortly after that text, Kyle started to notice constant activity of helicopters circling his home all day and all night. Kyle decided to set up an appointment to meet with Padula for coffee. And this is where I will switch back into his writing. But there are two redacted words that I think I know what the words are, but maybe you have your own ideas. So this is what he said. After making the appointment to meet John, something bizarre happened. I received the most unnatural blank I've ever had. It felt like someone was manually pumping blood into my blank. I don't know how else to describe it. And looking at it, I think what it said was that I received the most unnatural erection I've ever had, and it felt like someone was pumping blood into my penis.
Amen, brother. You're at a funeral and that starts happening. I'm like, aliens.
It was the only thing that, like, so there are a few redacted parts in this, and, you know, it's one of those, like, classic, like, Sharpie over the text, so you can, like, see the general length of the word.
Mm-hmm. You saw the length of the erection.
And, I mean, those words just made the most sense from the sentence to me.
Yeah, pumping blood. Makes sense if they're redacting it, but it's also like, grow up. Grow up. Who cares?
Oh, I didn't drop it in dirt.
Yeah, we didn't drop it in dirt. Grow up. It's not burnt.
So immediately after that, a song began playing in my mind. The lyrics went, "Sister, sister, he's just a plaything. We want to make him stay up all night." I had never heard this song before. Yeah. I had never heard the song before in my life, and I had no idea what it meant. I tried to ignore it and kept searching for jobs. A few minutes later, the song quit playing. Kyle says that night, as soon as he got into bed, the song started playing again. "Sister, sister, he's just a plaything. We want to make him stay up all night." And that played over and over again in his head all night. Yeah. And so he did not sleep that night, which is, you know, the last part of the song. We want to make him stay up all night. So now it's back to his words. "When the sun came up, I gave up on trying to sleep and got out of bed. I was relieved at first because the song had quit playing. I thought the torture was over until a voice entered my mind. The voice said, 'You're going to be uncomfortable. All you have to do is breathe.' I sat there wondering what this meant until the voice spoke again. It told me I was going to be sacrificed like Jesus and get beheaded."
Oh my God.
This threw me into a complete panic.
That is uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would suck. That would really suck to hear that in your head. My heart began to race, and I started to have a mental breakdown. A few minutes later, some man knocked on my door. I answered, and he gave me a pamphlet talking about the sacrifice of Jesus.
Stop.
My mind started racing out of control, and I became completely delirious. I thought I was for sure going to die.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
that's a coincidence.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, I mean, we're getting a firsthand narrative from somebody who's dealing with like severe psychosis, and I'm like, it's either a wild coincidence or like, let's be honest, he got the pamphlet first and then had the thought.
It's possible.
And then like mixed them up or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like that could definitely happen too. So, but like,
I just think like
regardless.
we've looked up stories of like psychosis before, and like this is the most like cohesive like timeline.
This
that
is
I've
weird that
seen.
we both kind of covered very similar topics.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
So at this point, Kyle could only think about his family and wanted to go see them in Albuquerque, where they were living at the time. So he drove to Spokane, aka Spokompton, to jump on a plane.
Is it bad?
Huh?
Spokane, Washington, bad?
It's a little. I mean, it used to be a little bit bad.
Oh, really?
When I was in
picture-
college, like Spokane from Moscow, I think is like an hour and a half at most.
Hmm.
And that's where the knitting factory was.
What's that mean?
Knitting Factory is a music venue chain. At least it used to be.
Oh, okay. So you guys see
And,
concerts out there?
Yeah, so that was like the venue that we'd go to see like concerts that we actually want to go see. Cause like that, like, you know, like the student, like we had Childish Gambino once came and played. Like Macklemore came and played at like U of I for like like college things. But outside of that, like, I think the biggest get we got was like Sweatshop Union at a bar, which is
I don't know who that is.
exactly. They've got some good stuff. That's an old underground rap group from Canada. But so like if you want to go see like any like good concert, you probably have to drive to like Spokane. But after a Tech 9 show, someone shot up the club and it got closed.
No, not Tekanina.
Yeah, Tekanina just ruined it for everyone. Not his fault. He just wanted to rap fast.
Yeah. But he is named after a gun.
That's true. Yeah, go Hoop Fest. You know about Hoop Fest?
No.
You don't care. You don't want to know about Hoop Fest.
Here
It's like the world's biggest like basketball
we
tournament.
go.
That's you like sign up for it, and there's like they fill the entire streets of downtown Spokane with like outdoor basketball courts, and it's like a huge like 3-on-3 tournament.
That's cool.
It's his biggest claim to fame. That and Gonzaga University. So yeah, he drove to Spokane to jump on a plane, which this dude needs to stay the fuck away from planes. Just saying. Kyle says, I sat next to this huge man who kept telling me telepathically that he's going to crash the plane. How fucked up that is.
Good thing he added the telepathically. He kept telling me, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to crash this.
That's like way worse though, because then you can't just be like, do you guys hear this guy? Like, you know that you just like can't do that. Kyle said the man ended up getting mad at him and touched his leg. The second he touched him, Kyle could feel this man inside of his mind. And Kyle panicked to the point that he almost caused a scene. But before he got that far, the man telepathically again told him, "You did a great job. You get it? You did a great job. You passed. Go enjoy your family. We have a job waiting for you when you get back." Kyle continues saying that while he was at baggage claim after his flight, he was surrounded by these telepathic aliens, and they all began sniffing at him.
Oh my God. This guy is like schizophrenia out the wazoo.
Kyle said the entire time that he was on his trip, the aliens stalked him constantly, sniffing at him, disguised in their human forms. They would also occasionally smile, laugh, and stick their tongues out at him to taunt him. At this point, the aliens were telepathically trying to get him to go outside by himself, like telling him, like, "Come on outside, like just you, like come on."
Everybody, hey, all the aliens, come meet a baggage claim. We're gonna fuck with a guy. We're gonna try to get him to go outside in probably one of the most heavily trafficked areas in this city. We're gonna set him up good.
You gotta tell him there's a hot dog cart outside.
Leave your
There's only one hot
Samsonite.
dog left.
Leave your Samsonite. We're gonna fuck with him. Go outside. He's walking outside. Leave it. Let it go around you. We'll get it on the way back.
It's a Samsonite. I'll be fine.
It's fine. You got the lock on it. You remember the code. You're fine.
They trying to get him alone. Fearing for his life, he refused, which pushed the aliens to threaten to harm his family, which caused him to give in. Kyle begged that he would do whatever they wanted as long as they left his family alone. The aliens told Kyle that they would leave his family alone if he went to church. Kyle knew that this meant the altar church. The church that the alien tried to get him to go to from before. And he agreed that when he got back to Coeur d'Alene, he would go back to the church. Kyle kept true to his word, and when he got back, he went to the church, calling it a very strange and unhuman place. As he entered the sermon room, everyone stared at him and started sniffing in his direction. A man came down the row and sat down next to Kyle, and Kyle smelled a smell he had never experienced before, describing it as reptile mixed with vinegar, and the smell made him feel sick.
You sat next to him? That's where you knew him from. Your
Me?
vinegar sores, yeah.
Yeah, my reptile vinegar sores.
Honestly, can you name 2 other smells that would emulate you any stronger? You are a reptile vinegar.
The only problem is that I wouldn't be in a church.
Well, you're right. Fair point. Okay, who is this? Who is this man?
So after the service, the man told Kyle that he could leave now, and that he knew he wasn't dealing. Oh, and that Kyle knew that he wasn't dealing with the government anymore, but he was dealing with extraterrestrials, and he was scared. It was at this point he realized he wasn't dealing with the government.
He's like, this government's fucked up, and
Man, they keep sniffing me.
Yeah, yeah. I've watched the State of the Union. I saw them. I saw them all fucking sniffing, licking ass, brown nosers.
So after things went pretty quiet for a while, Kyle reassumed his life and tried applying for jobs. He would still notice them following him around, but no contact was made. But this wouldn't last forever, and they started harassing him day and night. Voices began to plague Kyle's mind along with hallucinations. Then the lizard people started messing with him sexually. Saying both male
I
and
wish
females.
someone would mess with me sexually.
Both male and females would play out their sexual fantasies in my mind. This came with random and uncontrollable blank, as well as extreme blank stimulation, which I think what he was saying was uncontrollable orgasms as well as extreme anal stimulation.
Brother.
Yeah.
Well, you could have it worse.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what college is for. Experimenting, am I right?
He could have lost a tooth or two, I guess.
What's that mean? Couldn't stop orgasming, damn government.
Again, that's mostly my guesses based on the length of the words that were like sharpied out, but I'm not positive. Back to Kyle's words. The harassment continued for weeks and intensified as time went on. I did my absolute best to maintain my sanity and tried to avoid them. This worked for a while, but eventually I had a huge meltdown. Dude, this part's fucking insane. One day I was in the bakery at Safeway when I got surrounded by a bunch of old men. Some of them looked at me and sniffed, so I knew it was them. They started stimulating my blank and blank, which I think were they started stimulating my penis and anus simultaneously. Then they spoke aggressively. They said, humans are nothing more than the result of a successful genetic experiment. You are a threat to the way these people think, and you can no longer be free in society. Your life is over. You're nothing but a toy. Your purpose now is to suck blank. And this was a very long redaction. And I have no clue. It might be like 2 words.
What is
like
he
maybe
sucking?
like maybe now is your purpose to suck fucking dick might be an option. But it was like a long redaction. So like I can't think of a long word, so maybe it was 2. That's like the only thing I can come up with.
Was he in the bakery section or the fruit section? Because that sounds like a lemon party if I've ever heard of one. Fucking old men. Hey, imagine me holding my croissants trying to get past them as they're stimulating his anal penis. And
still, the funniest quote of all television was 30 Rock. There's no party quite like a lemon party.
Oh, that's funny because her last name's Lemon.
Yeah, because her like parents were in town, and I think it was yeah. So yeah, it was like a long redaction, possibly 2 words. That's the only thing I can think of is your purpose now is to suck fucking dick or something like that.
That's why I don't go to Safeway anymore. Those guys are always there.
Yeah, we used to have some real special times at the Safeway.
Maybe it was redacted. It said your main job is sucking these 40 chocolate chip cookies out of this $5 plastic container. What a deal. Maybe that's what it was like. You guys remember that? You remember that?
It wasn't quite that long, but
like, what if this is like a Safeway I had the entire time? They're like 40 cookies for $5. Your main goal is sucking down all this fucking milk with your cookie.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, you're going to orgasm.
They continue to say other explicit things that were so obscene I wouldn't repeat them here.
You ever seen that guy who's like eating and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to organism or whatever. He's like, I'm going to orgasm in my trousers. What does he say?
I don't know.
You ever seen that guy?
I think so, but probably less than you. So there's no way I'm gonna like correct your quote.
Yeah, you best not. You're like, actually, I've seen that video 4,000 times.
I actually screen saved that one. I watch it every day.
Actually, I took that video in Safeway. Holy shit.
If you look at the video, it looks like it's a selfie video, but I'm actually holding the camera. I uploaded that. So yeah, before they finished talking, I became enraged. Did I finish the last part saying that like they were saying way worse things, but he said he didn't want to repeat them here, knowing that the president was going to read it. So before they finished talking, I became
Obama reading this, and he's like, "Let me be clear. This is not Safeway's policy, and they have a fantastic bakery section. I patronize them often. Their $5 cookie tins are exceptional." Like,
I'm not sure who would the president be right now. It might have been Trump.
Oh, I probably would. He's like, "Oh, bring him in.
I gotta talk to this guy.
I gotta see this guy's anus and penis. Gotta see it.
Cancel my afternoon. I gotta meditate. Someone call the Dalai Lama. I want to meditate.
Jeffrey, I found your manifesto over the fence. Stop throwing it over the fence, Jeffrey."
They say the aliens are gonna suck me from the front and the back. Cancel my afternoon.
I can't wait to have a bigly orgasm I love them when they're bigly.
I'm gonna have the best orgasm. No one has orgasms quite like me.
Melania
Get a
won't
little-
touch me. I can't wait for this alien to. This wouldn't be the first alien that touched me. Illegal Melania. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I was getting a little soulful on mine. I think I need to stop.
You're
doing
getting a
that.
little soulful.
Yeah, I was getting a little soulful.
Okay, don't do that one. You're doing the Snickers bit. Little butterfinger.
So, yeah. Before they finished talking, I became enraged.
You ever had
it took-
Reese's? I'm done. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It took every ounce of my willpower I had to not kill them. Imagine if the dude just killed like 6 old men in a Safeway bakery.
Wait,
But also, like-
at this point, he already shot the priest, right?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Well, I mean, yes, but no.
What?
So right now, like this is his manifesto that's dating back before he shot the pastor.
Oh, he shot the pastor and then he threw us over the fence, and now we're reading it from
Yes.
the throne. Okay.
Yeah. I left the store and tried to calm down, but it only got worse. The rest of the night, they constantly stimulated blank, and I couldn't stop blank. It got to the point where I was in serious pain. So I think what he was saying was that they were stimulating his penis, but he couldn't stop ejaculating.
Okay.
Based on like the size of the blanks, like kind of looks like it says, the rest of the night they constantly stimulated my penis and I couldn't stop ejaculating.
Wait, this is kind of reminding me of that lady who's like, the government is stinging my vagina and my asshole. You know that lady? You've seen that lady. I sent that video to you. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
The amount of just like insane videos we send each other, it's almost impossible to keep track of them.
But that lady who's like crying and she's like, the government won't stop stinging it. They're stinging my vagina, my asshole. I'm like, oh my God.
It's cell phones are simultaneously the worst but best thing that's ever happened to our society. So they finally stopped after I broke down and became completely distraught. I knew I couldn't take it anymore, so I attempted suicide. I filled a charcoal grill with lit coals, put it in my car, rolled up the windows. I reclined my seat and laid there calmly, then fell asleep. That's a new one for me.
Smoke inhalation, right?
Yeah. But that's a twofer. So even if that fails, like maybe it just catches the inside of the car on fire. I don't know.
That's not a good way to go. I'd rather just run a tube.
Yeah. So I should have died, but they woke me up in an extreme panic, which caused me to jump out of the car. Distraught Kyle didn't know what else to do, but check himself into the VA for mental help. Because remember, he was a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess he still is. The VA gave him medication and evaluated him, but it wasn't helping. And they just like, when they evaluated him, they're just like, oh, like they nothing was like a red flag enough for them to like keep him. Kyle decided to go at them head on and went back to the altar church to confront his torturers. Kyle said, the response was, "We want you as our sex slave." Thinking that they were serious, I sat there waiting for them to do something. Which kind of freaky, but all they did was say, "Keep coming to church," so I did. After a few more services, I found myself talking to Tim Remington face to face. He was telling me that I should consider becoming a minister. We were in mid-conversation when he suddenly revealed himself to me. I have no clue how he did it, but it looked as if his human face became his real face.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, not he didn't start
Not
helicoptering his dick in front of him. He
Not the
revealed
typical-
his like alien face.
Sorry, when I hear priest reveal themselves, I don't
know.
typically
I know.
think.
Hey, I'm reading what he wrote. I'm not, I have no clue how he did it, but it looked as if his human face became his real face. It happened for only 1 to 2 seconds, but I was able to draw a sketch of what I saw. His eyes really stood out. So they captured my attention. They were huge and bulging. The eyelids were a darker green, and the irises were yellow-brown with slit pupils. After witnessing this, nothing else happened. I continued attending the altar for a few more services, waiting for them to do something. They did nothing except for tell me to submit and surrender. I had no clue what they meant, so I left the church and never went back. Kyle said that after he left the altar, they gave him some time to chill out with some breathing room, and relaxed on the harassment. He began to recover and decided that he wanted to become a pharmacist, but needed to take a few more classes to pursue that line of work. And so he went back to school at a local, Northern Idaho College in Coeur d'Alene. Things started to go well until they started following him to school. There were always several of them in each class he took, sniffing and messing with him. Eventually, they made it impossible for him to study, and his success was short-lived. Every time he went to class, they started messing with his head, and he would black out in class, not learning anything. Kyle also said that the females would stimulate his penis, which I'm assuming, when they were close, and the males would stimulate his anus when they were close. And it was incredibly exhausting. I fucking bet. God damn.
Oh, complain a little bit more.
So at this point, Kyle is writing this manifesto as things are happening, and he is exhausted, saying, "My chance at a normal life has been ruined. They've also deprived me of sleep, so I don't have the strength to continue. I was too smart for my own good, so they decided to remove me from society. They were worried I might change the way other people think, which could lead to problems in the form of scientific revelations. If we would get much smarter as a species, we are going to become a threat to their existence. If you talk to me in person, you will see that I am not crazy at all. The Martians are just so good at hiding in plain sight that no one would ever expect that they exist unless they reveal themselves. They are able to fool us so well that what I'm saying sounds impossible. However, they are 100% real. You realize their technology is millions of years more advanced than ours. Think about for a second. Think about the advancement we have had in the last 100 years. Once you've done that, imagine what millions of years of technology would look like. The president is well aware of them, which is why I wrote him a personal letter. I hope he does something about it. I have done nothing wrong to deserve what's happened to me. I tried literally everything to find a job. They sabotaged me at every corner. My last resort was to take actions to bring this to the public's attention. I hope something good comes from it. Just realize that I'm a good person and I'm completely innocent. Also realize that the people I killed were not what you think." And that was the end of his manifesto.
The people he killed.
Well,
How many people
okay.
did he kill?
Well, I think he was quote unquote people, as in the guy he shot, the Pastor Remington, wasn't a person. There's a lot more stuff in the manifesto that we could maybe cover on another time, because it just goes on and goes into deep detail about their appearance and stuff. But I just wasn't sure how long this would go.
Yeah.
And so I thought I would just go with like what he wrote about his life. And like I said, you know, he threw this onto the White House lawn and then was arrested shortly after. And then as they read it and they saw the name of the pastor who was just shot 6 times, who survived, and like where he was from, they're like, oh shit, yeah, this is the guy that did that. So in July of 2017, Kyle Odom pled guilty to aggravated battery with a felony firearm and was sentenced to 25 years in prison. 10 of those are fixed, and after he would be eligible for parole.
He didn't get attempted murder?
No.
What?
Yeah, just aggravated battery.
What?
I don't know.
I don't understand anything.
Maybe because he pled guilty.
Maybe that was a deal or something. But
Yeah.
He got 10 years. You said?
Well, he has 25 total, but after 10 years, he can get parole.
Oh, I see. So he's still in prison. Is he on medication? I'm hoping. Do you have any prison?
I'd hope
advice?
so. No.
Oh wow, whoa, damn! You could have been one of the sniffers on campus.
I probably was, honestly.
No, he's like, no, I'm sniffing this guy. This is the only guy that I'm sniffing, and he stinks. But you
With
do
my
smell like
allergies,
vinegar.
I'm always sniffling all clogged up. My allergies, so I might have been sniffling at them.
Damn, dude, you dodged a bullet.
Dodged a lot of bullets.
They always say that, like, you know, you could walk right by a serial killer. Not saying he's a serial killer. He technically didn't kill anyone, but
Yeah,
just
true.
in the same zone of people that could possibly harm you. So
Yeah.
that's kind of terrifying. But wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that the end of your story?
That's it for now. I might do a part 2 next time if I have enough, like, information. But seriously, go. If you thought it was interesting, I left some parts out, so like you can easily go read the manifesto. It's online.
Wow. Wild,
There's also a
wild.
long list. There's a long list of like U.S. senators and like government officials, and then a long list of Israeli like officials.
Of what? Of a long list of what?
Of names that are reptilians.
Aliens. Ah.
Yeah.
I see. Any good ones on there you saw? Rand Paul.
You got Nancy Pelosi was on there.
She is for sure.
Yeah. Trying to think of who else was on there. Alex Tobin was on there.
For sure him.
Yeah.
Secretary of kickflips.
Secretary of Shedding Skin.
Well, thank you, David. And thank you guys for tuning in and listening to another episode of Camp Strange. If you guys want any more information, you go find us at Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram. Click the link in bio for whatever you want there. Rate, review, subscribe, whatever you do there. Share it with a friend. Merch, whatever. Do we have anything else to say? This is a longer episode. Anything else?
Defund ICE.
Yep. And I guess we'll wrap it up there. So, David, that's what you want to add on? Defund ICE? And I guess
don't forget to pee on the chicken.
oh, don't do this to me. Don't you do this to me. Don't do this to me. You're gonna make me write my manifesto. Those are my Manchurian Candidate trigger words. Activation
Welcome
words.
to my friend's island.
Anyway, and don't forget to stay strange.